This is one object having mesh islands. If I go in geometry nodes and convert the mesh to a curve and try to add faces using a fill curve node, everything gets flat. So I have made this node called fill curve plus to solve that problem. When you want to fill a curve in 3D, here is how you can do it. We will transform our geometry, making each point flat to the ground and not overlapping before we use the fill curve node. And then later transform it back, each point to its initial position. So first add a set position node before the fill curve node. Add a vector rotate node and connect it to the position. We haven't plugged any value, so our vector is 0. We can't see anything because each point is at 0 now. Set the center of rotation to 1. Now if we change the angle, we see the points moving in a circle. Now I want each point to have a different angle. So add a spline parameter node, multiply the factor with 6.28319, which is the same as multiplying by 360 after converting it to radians with a math node. If we check the geometry, we see that each point of a spline has rotated in a way that there is no overlapping of points from the same spline. But if they are not from the same spline, they can overlap. So how do we fix this? First of all, let's move these two nodes because the process will still work without them. To fix the problem where points from different splines overlap, add another set position node, connect the offset to a combined XYZ node, evaluate the index on the spline domain, and connect it to the x-axis. Now each point has moved in the x-axis according to the spline index, and each spline is filled accordingly. Let's move the points back to their initial position. Add another set position node. Let's capture the position of the initial points. Sample that attribute. We are sampling it from the geometry we have transformed before the fill curve node. We also convert it to mesh and sample the nearest point index. If we connect the vector to the set position node, we get the initial geometry back. Now every spline is filled without being compressed to the ground. If you want this node, get it for free on Gumroad.